Sarah. Today I filmed this green look for you guys. I figured it was good for St. Patrick's Day coming up, and I added these crazy gold glitter tears just because, why not? If you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I already have my foundation, my concealer, my bronzer, and my brows done just to pass a little bit of time. It's the same as I always do. And then I obviously have one eye fully done, and that's just so that it doesn't take up as much time, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I filmed a green look about 2 weeks ago, and I just wasn't happy with the way that it turned out, so I thought I would make it like a little bit more green and appropriate for St. Patrick's Day. So let's get started. I'm going to start, like always, putting my hair up. Also, if this sounds a little different, I am in a different location, trying like a more plain background. And it's all hardwood here, whereas my bedroom's all carpet. So the sound's probably going to be a little bit different. Hopefully it's okay though. Okay, so I'm going to start out by taking my Urban Decay Electric palette. And we are going to be taking the color Thrasher, which is this crazy yellow lime green color. Sigma tapered blending brush. This is an E40. And we're just going to pick up that color. Make sure you tap off the excess because there is a little bit of kickback from these shadows. And then we are just going to blend this into our crease and like quite a bit above. I don't know what possessed me to do this eye first because I always do this eye second so you can actually see, but I was like, today I was convinced that this was the eye that I should do on camera. I was wrong, so I'm sorry. Okay, so I just keep putting that on the outer corner first and then blending that in towards the inner corner of my eye after I don't have as much product. So I'm just going to keep blending and adding product till I feel like it matches close enough to this eye. So funny story, before I filmed this video, I put up a backdrop, but I don't have a backdrop stand, so I taped it to the wall. And then I went upstairs to go do one eye, and I forgot something downstairs, so I ran back down, and the backdrop had already fallen. So that's why you have this wall now. It's gray. You know, a little bit of a change from the blue walls and the vanity behind me. I feel like I'm pretty happy with that. So next, we are going to take the Urban Decay Smoky Smudger brush. So this is an E208. And we are going to go into the Master Palette by Mario and taking the shade Lula and Isabel, the warm shade. I'm just going to mix those a little bit, and then I'm placing this right into the crease. You want to be really, really light-handed with this because it can make the shadow muddy really quickly. Okay, so once I have that in place, I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm going to blend those two together. You'll notice that when I do my makeup, I like kind of take a step back and look straight into the mirror. Make sure the shapes are even. Make sure the pigmentation is the same on both sides. Next, I am going to take the color Bronx from the Master Palette by Mario, which is the green shade. And I'm going to use my MAC 239 brush and pack this on the outer 2/3. So I just very gently pack this on the outer 2/3 of my eye, and I'm using patting motions so that we don't have any fallout from this dark shadow. Once I've got the base down, I like to take my ring finger and then take the shadow and pack it on with my finger. I just feel like this gives the most pigmentation. There is like quite a stark line from where my shadow ends. So I'm just going to go back with my shader brush and just kind of go over those edges. I'm going to go back in with my clean fluffy brush and then just gently go over the edges of that. Okay. So next, this step isn't necessary, but this is what I did to get the look, so I'm just going to show you guys. I took these shades Hollywood, which is like a light gold shade. It's the lightest shade in the palette. And then the shade Fifth Ave, which is another gold shade, just a little bit darker. And I packed this on the other side of my 239 brush, and then packed it on the inner third of my eye. Now the reason why I say this isn't necessary is because I went in with another product afterwards, but to stay true to the other eye, I'm going to do the same thing. I just felt like these weren't pigmented enough and didn't give me enough of like a gold effect. So then I went into my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I took the shade Primavera, which is a bright gold shade in this palette, and then using the exact same 239 brush and the same side that we used for the lighter gold shades, I just packed this on the inner third of my lid. And then again, just went over it with my ring finger. So I'm just going to go in with our original crease brush again, and a little bit more of the Urban Decay color, the Thrasher, the really bright one, and I'm just going to re-go over our crease. And then just going back in with a clean fluffy blending brush. I just felt like there was like a really harsh edge here, as you can see, like right there. So I'm just going to go back and blend that out. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the little smudger brush from Urban Decay, taking some of that bright green color and going right in the crease. And then I'm going to go back into the dark green color Bronx that we were using, and I'm going to pack that in the same spot. I just feel like there's a little bit of a gap, and that's why I'm getting such a harsh line there. So now I am just going to do a very, very thin line with my liquid liner just to hide my lash band. So I'm going to use my Stila Stay All Day liquid liner, as always, and I'm just going to draw a very, very thin line. Okay. And while doing that, I noticed there was a bit of fallout under my eyes, so I'm just going to take a big fluffy powder brush and very gently sweep off the product. So now we are going to apply our false lashes, and I'm using a pair of velour lashes in the style Doll Me Up. So my lashes are on. Let's finish the rest of the eye look by doing the lower lash line. So I'm going to be taking our Urban Decay Smoky Smudger Brush. I think after saying it 6 times this video, I remember. And then taking the color Thrasher again, that's in our crease, and we're going to apply this to the lower lash line. Connecting it to the outer corner. Okay, so next taking my Sigma Small Angle brush, this is an E65. Okay, so going back in with the Lula and Isabella shade, Lula Isabella, and taking those on my angled brush, and I'm just going to put this close to the lash line, as close as I can get. And then going back in with my smoky brush, just smoking that out. And then I didn't feel like that was enough, so I went back in with the green Bronx shade and packed that onto the lash line, focusing mainly on the outer half of the eye. Then just taking a clean blending brush and fluffing out the edges. Fluffing out, I like that. Smoking out, fluffing out, you know, whatever. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, they're very green. St. Patrick's Day, very green and gold. We are going to finish the rest of our face. So I'm going to take my Too Faced Love Blush palette, and I'm going to take the shade I Will Always Love You, which is the orangey shade, and then this shade, which is Baby Love. I'm going to take those on my IT Cosmetics blush brush and just mix the two together, tap off the excess, smile, and apply these to the apples of my cheeks. Blending back. Ooh, that's a little more, for some reason, pink than I wanted it to be. Just going in with a fluffy powder brush, blending that out. Okay, now taking this beautiful thing. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and it is a holographic highlighting palette. Look at it. Oh my god, I love it. So like when you open it up, it really doesn't look like anything special. You're just like, okay. So I am going to be taking the green shade, which is Green Emerald, on my Anastasia highlighting brush. And I figured, when else can you wear a green highlighter than like what better day to wear a green highlighter than St. Patrick's Day? So we are going to try it out. It's not like crazy green, it's like an iridescent green. Like I said, it's not going to be a full-out green highlight, but you can see it there. Like it's just got a green iridescence to it. And you could definitely go in with a gold highlighter too. I just figured I would switch it up a little bit. So that's the highlight. You can definitely see it there. Okay, so you could definitely leave it at this and just apply like a nude lip color or green, whatever you want to do. But I'm going to take it one step further, but I'm going to add a little bit something extra. I saw Desi Perkins do this and she kind of inspired me to try it out because I love glitter anyways. So what we're going to do is we are going to take some fine gold glitter and we are going to make glitter tears. So using my IT Cosmetics glitter base, I'm just going to be using some gold glitter from this Claire stack. I would use green as well, but it's empty because it spilled all over my makeup bag one time, so that was a good time. So I'm going to just take this small, it's like an eyeliner brush, and I'm going to dip it into my glitter base and then into my glitter and tap off the excess. And for these, I like to keep the majority of the glitter closest to the eye and then have it kind of cascade down. So that's what we're gonna do. And then just as I have less product on my brush, I bring it downwards. Ah, why is there dark shadow on this? Okay, so don't take a brush that has black liner on it. And I'm just gonna take a regular paintbrush. So just focusing closest to the eye first and then cascading down. Once you're happy with that, I'm going to go back in with, so I got these just from Michael's and they are jumbo glitter. And they're gold, like hexagons with like a multicolor reflex, but mostly green. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that glitter glue and then just placing them under the eye. So yeah, then you just kind of mix it like fine glitter and thicker glitter. So just add as many of those as you'd like. Okay, so I just go back in with the brush and then add little kind of clusters of the loose glitter. Just because I only have 2 sizes, so this kind of creates other sizes. Then I'll just go ahead and do the other eye. Okay guys, so my memory card ran out of space, so it didn't record the last part of me finishing up the other glitter eye, but this is what it looks like. I know it's kind of crazy, but I kind of love it, and I always wanted to try this trend, so why not today? Let's finish up this look. So I'm just going to use a very nude lip color. I'm going to use Kat Von D Ludwig, just because the eyes are obviously the center of attention. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry, and you're probably going to want to set your face for all your St. Patrick's Day shenanigans, whatever you might be up to. You definitely want to make it last through the whole day or night, whatever you might be doing. Alright guys, so that completes the makeup look for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I know it's a little bit out there, but like I said, you guys can stop before you get to the gold glitter tears and the green highlight. You can always stick with whatever highlight you like, but I figured for St. Patrick's Day, why not? So I hope you all have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, early St. Patrick's Day when you guys are watching this. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you guys can see more videos from me in the future. And we'll see you all again soon. Bye everyone!